December 15th, 2025 Daily Bread. Passage 2 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 16 to verse 27. Key verse 19 title, Ahaz leads Judah into destruction. At that time, King Ahaz sent to the kings of Assyria for help. The Edomites had again come and attacked Judah and carried away prisoners. While the Philistines had raided towns in the foothills and in the Negev of Judah, they captured and occupied Beth-Shemesh, Ajalon, and Gederoth, as well as Soko, Timnah, and Gimzo, with their surrounding villages. The Lord had humbled Judah because of Ahaz king of Israel, for he had promoted wickedness in Judah, and had been most unfaithful to the Lord. Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, came to him, but he gave him trouble instead of help. Ahaz took some of the things from the temple of the Lord, and from the royal palace, and from the officials, and presented them to the king of Assyria, but that did not help him. In his time of trouble, King Ahaz became even more unfaithful to the Lord. He offered sacrifices to the gods of Damascus, who had defeated him, for he thought, "Since the gods of the kings of Aram have helped them, I will sacrifice to them so they will help me." But they were his downfall, and the downfall of all Israel. Ahaz gathered together the furnishings from the temple of God, and cut them in pieces. He shut the doors of the Lord's temple, and set up altars at every street corner in Jerusalem. In every town in Judah he built high places, to burn sacrifices to other gods, and arouse the anger of the Lord, the God of his ancestors. The other events of his reign and all his ways, from beginning to end, are written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. Ahaz rested with his ancestors, and was buried in the city of Jerusalem, but he was not placed in the tombs of the kings of Israel, and Hezekiah his son succeeded him as king. Daily Bread Message. Ahaz's attempt to save face by getting help from the kings of Assyria brought further disaster for him and his people. Instead of helping, the Assyrians brought them more trouble. Ahaz attempted to appease them with goods drawn from the temple of the Lord, the royal palace, and the homes of his officials. But there was no relief for them. Rather than turning to God with repentance, Ahaz grew even more defiant. He desecrated the temple by destroying its furnishings and closing its doors. In his rebellion, he filled Jerusalem with idolatry, worshipping the gods of his enemies at every corner. In his time of trouble, Ahaz turned further away from God, abandoning the living God to place his hope in false gods. Like one digging a broken cistern, while ignoring the stream of living water freely offered to him. The people of Judah suffered defeats and destruction under the foolish and stubborn ruler Ahaz. A foolish king leads his people to ruin, but those who seek the Lord find wisdom, mercy, and peace. Prayer. Father, you are almighty. Please help me to turn to you in times of trouble, humbly asking for your mercy. Guide me to overcome any bitterness that creeps into my heart, knowing that your will is good and perfect. One word, turn to the Lord in times of trouble.